Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. As we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news. Inflation is a tough dragon to slay. The American inflation rate slowed only slightly to 6.4% in January from 6.5% in December, less than the market forecast of 6.2%. Still, it is the lowest rate in 15 months. The annualised rate between December and January, however, is still over 6%, so the main message to the market received is that inflation is persistent and the Fed's work is far from done. If you strip out food and energy, the annual rate is down to 5.6%, while it ran at an annualised 5% rate over the month. These core measures are still well above the Fed's target and still little changed over the past 6 months. The medicine may be working, but very slowly, which is probably not a surprise given the strength of their labour market still. And retail sales last week came in 4.9% higher than a year ago on the same store basis, and that was a tick higher than the prior week, but really no more than can be accounted for by inflation. And financial markets are now pricing in further Fed rate hikes for the next 3 meetings, the next of which is on March 23 New Zealand time. And Singapore said it will raise taxes for buyers of high-value properties and luxury cars as it tackles a growing wealth gap brought on by the arrival of rich families, mainly from China. They're also extending family support measures as their birth rate stays very low. In India, Air India has ordered 470 new planes, 250 from Airbus and 220 from Boeing. Its larger fleet has been Boeing's and the smaller aircraft have been from Airbus. Air India is now owned by Indian industrial giant Tata. In Australia, January has revealed a serious wavering of consumer sentiment. Sentiment is back to recessionary levels and at historic lows in these recent surveys. Over half of consumers expect mortgage rates to rise another 1% from here. And we should probably note there are signs that Australian rents are starting to rise sharply too. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.75% and up 3 basis points from yesterday after the US CPI data. And the price of gold will open today at $1,849 an ounce and down $3 from this time yesterday. And oil prices start today down $1.50 at just on $79 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just over $85 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is now down a quarter cent at 63.3 US cents. Against the Australian dollar, we're up a half a cent at 91.8 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're softer too at 59 euro cents, and that all means our trade-weighted index starts today back at 70.7. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.